U.S. President Donald Trump is on his way to Israel, where all 20 living hostages are to be released on Monday under his peace plan. Trump spoke before boarding Air Force One.
This is a very special event. There are 500,000 people yesterday and today in Israel, and also the Muslim and Arab countries are all cheering. Everybody's cheering at one time. That's never happened before. Usually if you have one cheering, the other isn't. The other is the opposite. This is the first time everybody is amazed and they're thrilled, and it's an honor to be involved.
Trump says the war in Gaza is, quote, over, and the hostages may get out a bit early. Afterward, Trump will meet with families of hostages and speak at Israel's parliament. Then he'll co-chair a peace summit in Egypt on Monday, attended by international leaders, including Prime Minister Mark Carney. Let's now bring in political analyst Michael Fauntroy in the conversation. Michael, great to see you this evening. Thank you for taking out the time. Talk to us about this moment and how Trump wants to witness this very significant time in history of phase one of this deal.
Well, I like the way you phrased it with phase one. As you know, this is the most contested part of the world in history. And while things may look one way today, they could look very different a year from now. And so I would urge caution all the way around on this. And I would also add, we don't know all of the details to the deal at this point. So while it's appropriate for the president to claim some credit because it's happening on his watch, it is really important for everybody to understand that the devil is in the details, and we'll know more as time goes on.
Michael, talk to us about how Donald Trump is heavily invested in this process, this peace plan in the Middle East. Talk to us about the real motive here that goes beyond the Nobel Peace Prize for Donald Trump.
I think it has a lot to do with domestic American politics. He has claimed falsely that he's ended a series of wars and he's bringing peace to the world, and the truth is that's just not happening. But if he can show some support, if he can advance the ball, so to speak, in the most contentious part of the world, then I think he does get a chance to claim some credit for helping to resolve something that to this point has been unresolvable. But again, several presidents in the past have seemed to cut deals, and those deals ultimately fell apart. So only time will tell to what extent this actually is what President Trump says it is.
But the president also campaigned on saying that the U.S. will keep out of these forever wars and endless conflicts. So how is that being received?
Well, you know, Akshay, that's actually a very interesting point of fact here. There are several on the American right, on the conservative spectrum, that probably aren't happy with American involvement in this part of the world. Now, if something goes wrong, they own it. And so I think from a political optics standpoint, there is a lot of concern about going big, so to speak, on this. And so for that reason, I think many conservatives are going to take a wait-and-see approach.
Michael Fauntroy, political analyst. Always a pleasure, Michael. Great to see you.